Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, it's super hot.
Oh yeah.
What's up, everybody?
You're super
Salute.
black after that sound too.
Salute, everybody. I'm going to take a shot
Cheers.
tonight. It's one of those situations right now, so I'm just going to play the music while I take a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smooth. All right. I'm ready to go. What's good with you, Stella Bella?
It sounds like a war zone outside right now.
Is there gunfire outside?
It's like mad fireworks. It's homecoming at the high school that's right by my house, and
Okay.
evidently they shoot off fireworks for that. I did not know that.
It might be an actual war zone. Actually, like you might think it's fireworks, but it might actually be some gunshots going
Also
on.
live right by Camp Pendleton, so
It could be
Could
some
be.
testing stuff going on right now.
There's constantly bombs going off, so
Yeah,
I just don't really know.
There's always bombs going off inside
There's
my head
also
too.
a trap house like right here too, like right in my like in the building next to me. So
it could be.
I just never know.
It could be a drug deal gone bad.
Yeah.
I hope it's not that though.
Yeah, I hope not either.
If it is, then I won't have nowhere to bring my fucking meth for them to sell. Oh, just playing, FBI. Just kidding. My name is not. What's the guy from Breaking Bad's name? Walter.
I never watched that show.
No, wait, no, that wasn't. It was Heisenberg.
Full disclosure.
You never saw Breaking Bad?
I never did. Not one time.
All right. So since we're talking about shows, have you started Squid Game or have you watched it?
I've only seen the first episode and some of another, but that's just because it was being watched in my house while I was home. So I haven't like sat down and fully watched it. No.
I started the first 2 episodes of Squid Game and it's really fucking interesting so far. And apparently I understand Korean. Haha, baby, I'm playing. Nah, I switched it to English.
Did you? Oh, you tried to watch it when it wasn't dubbed?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that it wasn't in English and I had to switch it to English or what have you. But it's funny because it's like one of those karate films where they're like moving their mouth, saying all that, and then it's like English words or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it was done really well from what I have seen so far. And I mean, man, like it's really interesting. I actually had bad dreams the night that I watched it. That's when I know that there's going to be a good series is when I watch it and I have bad dreams.
You know what show? I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix. It's called Haunted.
Haunted.
It's a show where there's reenactments of actual things that happen, and the actual people it happened to are telling the story. They're narrating it.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched episode 1 and holy fucking shitballs. It was a lot. It was pretty crazy. And then I had wild dreams that night.
That's when you know that a show is going to be kind of all right, is when you like have dreams about it the next night.
And then another show I watched was Made. Have you seen that on Netflix?
Is that like some mafia shit?
No, it's Made, like a housemaid.
Like a housemaid? No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, well, it's 10 episodes and it's actually really good. I feel like women more will
enjoy
it. Yeah, it's about this woman who's in like an abusive situation, but like leaves it, and it just shows how hard it is for people to get on their feet from coming from those kinds of situations. And it's just like every little fucking thing, it's just it was super triggering.
Triggering? Everything triggers
Yeah.
you. Though.
No, it
Everything's a
was.
trigger
Well,
for
it's
you.
just because, I've partially been in that situation. There's a lot of things
Right.
that are super relatable. So,
Yeah,
um
I
it was
dig it.
actually a really good show.
I seen you on the gram flexing like a new jacket lately. Well, what's up with you? You been switching up the fashion or what?
That was actually Fashion Nova. That jacket was
Are you
$20.
serious? It's Fashion
Yeah,
Nova?
it was
Oh,
Fashion Nova. That jacket was $20, and I thought it was just
mhm.
gonna be this cheap, flimsy thing because of what it cost,
Okay.
like almost
Mhm.
like a sweater. It's an actual like heavy wool fucking coat material coat.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, I got it because I'm gonna be going to a wedding next weekend, and it's
Uh-huh.
gonna be at a winery, and I just feel like
Nice.
the dress I got, I'm gonna get cold in, so I wanted a jacket that would complement that.
By the way, everybody, I would like you all to smash the like button and subscribe if you are watching this right now
Yes,
live,
make
or
sure
if you're
you do.
watching it after the live. Make sure you smash that like button ASAP. But anyways,
Yes,
dude,
because we're
that's pretty
totally
dope.
recording. Yeah, it's gonna be a really cute outfit. I will try to remember to take pictures the day of. I'm really bad at that. I am really, really horrible at taking pictures of me when I look cute and then posting
Uh-huh.
them. I don't know. I'm just
I
bad
mean,
at it.
like, let's be honest. I mean, we're all like grown adults, and like I feel like the last thing that you're really tripping off of is taking pictures. You know what I
For the
mean? Like
gram. Yeah, I'm
for
not.
the
That's the
gram.
whole problem.
I barely even
Um,
post on the gram. So I mean, there's been some fly nights and fly times, and I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't need to take a picture for the gram. This is something that
Well, I'm
is
not
you got to
an
be there.
influencer, like I'm not
Right,
a
right.
IG thought. I'm not like that's not my life's mission is like likes and follows. I don't care. So, it
Dude,
kind of makes it look like I'm super boring because I also never post like on the
MySpace
actual
was
gram.
MySpace was the best social media of all time because this was before influencers and
I
people
followed one
flexing. You
on
followed what?
MySpace. I followed a influencer on MySpace. It was like she was like one of the first ones to ever do it. Her name was
Tila
like
Tequila?
Forbidden, not Tila Tequila.
Uh,
Her name was like Forbidden. She did have the boob job, like the straight, like flat ironed, like
uh-huh.
bleached platinum blonde hair, like the
Yeah,
whole makeup deal. She would
right.
model for I think like Famous Stars and Straps. Do you remember
Mhm.
that brand?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was a makeup artist, like
Oh yeah.
hairstylist, and that's why I followed her because I was those things as well back in those days. What was this like
There wasn't
2005, 2006?
there wasn't a lot of influencers at that time though. Like people weren't
No, but there were.
aspiring to be influencers at that point
No,
in time. They just
exactly.
wanted to hop on MySpace. They wanted to put some music in the background. They wanted
I know,
to,
I remember that.
they wanted to decorate the background. It's like having like your bedroom all decked out, and then you got friends come over
Mhm.
and they're like all interested in what you got hanging on the walls, the pictures, the posters, all
Yeah.
that, the magazine cutouts and all that. It was like that on MySpace. It was like people come into your room and you would show them like your top friends and stuff like that. Be like, yeah, these are the homies right here. This is my top
That
8 right
shit would
here.
start fights.
Oh,
If
fuck yeah,
you
top
weren't
8.
in the top 8 and your position in the top 8 mattered. Like don't
Oh,
put me
oh,
number
totally.
2 in your top 8. The fuck? Like it was
Right.
a big deal.
I gotta order another shot. Let me text my wife right
And
quick. Hold on.
then they upped it to like top 12, and then they upped it to like top 16, and then Facebook came along and snatched snatched
Oh
the reins.
yeah, man, dude, man, what, man? Facebook just came and just
Ruined
ruined.
everything.
They ruined the whole social media world because now it's just all about clout and business things and everything. I miss MySpace, man. MySpace, like when you would log in and you would
Simpler
see that
times.
you had like a new messages or new comments and all that. It was like, man, that's tight. That's
I
real tight.
didn't fully grasp how to use it though. Like my cousins and everybody who was younger than me using it were just writing on each other's wall like they were texting or something, like
Right.
that's just
Mhm.
what you did. You had to go and write on all your friends' walls. And I didn't know that. I didn't know how to use it. I was like a fucking 50-year-old trying to use MySpace. I was like 20, 21, I think. And it was
Right.
when it was like now I was like trying to get in, and this is a teenager thing.
The wall got me in trouble so many times on
I
MySpace.
bet.
I'm not even
I
kidding. Like the
bet.
wall, like, because I had a girlfriend at a time that was fucking crazy, and like I'm talking about like crazy eyes, everything. Like the bitch was insane, and I mean I didn't know it at the time. Like I knew it, but I was like young, dumb, full of cum. You know what I mean? Like I was
For
just like
sure.
whatever. But there would be like another chick leaving a message on my wall. Like I'm like, dude, I got an inbox that you could just leave a message in, and you're up
Yeah.
on my wall right now.
Yeah,
Why-
on blast.
on blast. And so like my girlfriend at the time, she would see that and be like, who is that on your wall? Like,
Who's
who
this
is this? Like
bitch?
she would like send her a friend request and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
like she would message a chick. Like if she saw a chick on my wall, she would message the chick and be like, hey,
Who the
he's
fuck
with
are
me.
you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, she would turn up on Instagram right quick. And man, I'm just saying, not Instagram, excuse me,
MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah.
She would totally turn up on MySpace, and like, man, like
That's when like selfies really became a thing too, because camera phones were relatively new. They were
right,
terrible quality. I remember my profile picture on MySpace, and I was laying on my bed, and there was a mirror between my bed and the wall because it was supposed to be one of those ones that goes on the long dressers,
right, mm-hmm.
but we didn't have the long dresser or the space, so we had it like between the wall and my bed, and I was like laying in it, and I had hazel contacts on, and I had
Oh,
my
you
like
wore contacts back in the
I
day?
did wear
Oh,
contacts, yeah. I had blue ones and I had
how
hazel
embarrassing.
ones, and I know this is so embarrassing. And just like the outfits too is funny because I think I was wearing like blue jeans and like a white like beater like tank top, like, and I was just
Back
laying there like not smiling. I think I was doing the kiss face, and I had my hair was
duck
like
lips. That's
streaked
when duck lips were
blonde.
invented. Was during
Yeah.
MySpace.
Yeah, I had like blonde streaks because I did hair. So like I was always getting bleach done.
Sure.
And yeah, good times. I remember.
I'm
I
about to
think
get filled
my
up.
song on my MySpace was Lloyd. I'm so fly. I think one of my songs was that, not Lloyd Banks.
I'm so fly when
Yeah, I got money.
that
Yeah,
song was
yeah,
something.
yeah. So that was one of my songs that I had on there. What's up, Agnetha? What's up, Jay? How are you guys? Salud to Jimmy. What are you taking shots of right now? And chasing with Modelo.
Right, that's
He's
how you
about to
do
be
it. Yeah,
sick.
show me that bottle right quick. Yeah, wifey gonna get this dick tonight.
Whiskey dick. Ooh, yum.
Nah. This is what I'm sipping on right now. Campo Azul
Tequila.
Selecto. Yeah, I'm trying to. There you go.
Got it.
Yeah, it's
Got it,
good.
got
It's
it.
it's smooth, but that one hit me. That shot hit me right there. Here you go, man. That one got you.
The cats are fighting.
The cats are fighting now.
Of course they are.
Gracious. They were cool at first, though.
Rosie's gonna assert dominance.
Rosie tried to jump on him. Oh, and he hissed at her.
And your cats don't have fur, so I'm very like
Could you bring me
curious.
Jasper? I'm gonna show the podcast Jasper. All right, cool. And yeah, I don't want him to get beat up by Rosie.
It begins.
I'm
Good
back.
luck. Good luck.
They were cool at first, like when we put him on the ground and she was just like really curious, like what the fuck? This is a little cat. This is my friend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they were cool, like they weren't hissing at
Jasper's
each other.
gonna try to play, and then Rosie's not gonna have it. That's what's gonna happen.
You think so? Jasper's really small. Like he's a kitten, like
Yeah,
for real,
he's a
for
baby.
real. And Rosie's a fat cat now. She's a fat.
I know. I've seen her. Jay, are you a Hennessy guy? Haven't had Hennessy since I was like 16.
Are we in the comments? Let's see. JC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that the homie? You know, JC.
I don't know JC. I don't think.
What up, JC? What up? What up? What up? All right, here we go. All right, everybody. If you're watching this right now, I'm about to show you my new Canadian
Jimmy's got
Sphinx.
Mr. Bigglesworth. Oh, look at the Sphinx cat. So cute. Look, I love their paws. They're so scary looking, but they're kind of cute. Hi, Jasper.
All
Kitty,
right.
kitty, 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 kitty.
All right, everybody.
Renesmee, don't
Mr.
get
Bigglesworth.
jealous. I'm just talking to another cat through the podcast. She literally gave me the stank eye right now.
Oh yeah. This is
She's sitting right here judging me.
I was sitting in this room when E came up to me and said, "I really want this cat," and I told her specifically, "Hell no."
I
like 10
remember.
times. And now I'm sitting in this same spot that I told her no. And
It just shows
I
you
just-
pussy's got the power.
it must.
Pussy
Yeah.
power. Pussy
Yeah.
power.
It totally has the power.
It
But
does.
anyways, back to what we were talking
Who
about.
run the world? Girls.
MySpace was literally the fucking shit, and I miss scanning pictures to upload and shit like that because it was still around that time. Because yeah, phones had like the grainy pictures and everything, but some people, they would have like their digital cameras or whatever, they would connect to their computers and they can upload pictures that way. But a lot of people were still using disposable cameras, and so you can dispose your pictures and then go and get a scanner or whatever. A lot of printers even had
We
scanners
had the
at that
scanners.
time.
Yep.
You could scan a picture and then put it on on MySpace and everything.
I remember.
Yeah, man, those were the times, man, the good old times.
It sucked about disposable pictures too. It's like, first of all, you had to go buy the camera. You only had like 30 pictures in there. You don't have any clue if you blinked with the flash, if it's a good angle, nothing like that until you got your pictures developed. And then, so some stranger is developing them, seeing all your pictures before you do, and then you get them, and then you're trash. And then you're like, fuck.
The news were something else, man. Like you couldn't take a nude without somebody seeing it. Like, and you knew like you would take a nude like and then give it to the person, like, all right, this person's gonna see me naked, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take a shot at this and just hope they don't like keep a copy for themselves. Like a lot of that went on.
Yeah, I went to cosmetology school with this lady whose husband was in like Iraq, and she would like tell us about these like little photo shoots she'd do with her camera to develop these pictures to send to her husband. And we were always just like, oh my God. And like, you couldn't video chat, I don't think, back then, right?
No,
I don't think that was a thing.
No, I think Skype came out like in 2009, maybe like eight or 9.
Something like that. So this was before that. And yeah, she was just like, you got to do something to like, she's like, still trying to fuck her man from, thousands of miles away. Man. I respected it.
Respect to the military wives from the Afghanistan soldiers and stuff like that.
For sure.
Making it happen. But those guys were definitely getting some Afghan pussy, though. Just saying.
No, they were getting American pussy in Afghanistan.
Oh, from my other soldiers and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
1000%.
I'm sure some of them had an Afghan pussy fetish, though. Like that hairy pussy. That's some hairy, like some Beowulf pussy.
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry to anybody. Anybody who's like uber offended by that. Sorry.
What? How would that be offensive in any kind of sense?
It's 2021. Everybody's offended.
That is true.
By everything. So
I wonder why so many people get offended by so much shit. Like, why do people even care? Like, cancel culture and the people within cancel culture are so dumb to me. Like really dumb. Like, it's like it's just like any other group of people who have like beliefs in like one certain thing. Like, there's a huge group of
It's
people.
extremism, yeah, for
It's
sure.
extremism, and then they all get together. And, yeah, like I agree.
It's like a mob mentality.
It's like a cult mentality.
Yeah, for
Or mob
sure.
mentality, I guess any of those things. So it's just crazy to me. Nobody can take a joke anymore at all.
Nobody can joke anymore. You
Nobody
can't.
can joke anymore.
There's
I think
there's no room for it.
everybody's got sticks up their asses these days, man. Like I was watching some like
Lodged.
fucking the Andy Griffith show. Is it the Andy Griffith show? That old ass show, Andy Griffith show, or is it the Eddie Griffith show?
If you
Anyways,
watch any show from back in the day, you're like, oh my god.
it's an old ass show. Like, anyways, like if you are listening to this right now, like you know what I'm talking about. If you know anything about old shows, actually, I'm gonna look it up right quick just to make sure I got it right. It's Eddie Griffith, not Griffin. Eddie Griffin, not the comedian.
Not the
I
comedian,
think it
right?
was Andy Griff. Yeah, it was the Andy Griffith show. All right, so that's the name of the show, and it was out like a long ass time ago. Like when did the show come out? Let me see, when did the show come out? When was this? Years active from 1955. Damn, hold on. Let me see. All right, Google. Do me justice, Google. When did the Andy Griffith show start? The Andy Griffith show started in 1960. So that's how old the Andy Griffith show. But anyways, I'm watching the Andy Griffith show, and they're saying a lot of shit on that show that today would never fly.
Not fly. That's just what I've noticed whenever, because I watch movies from back in the day, and oh my god, go away, go. Fuck. Sorry, my cat is being a fucking crazy bitch. None of that shit would fly today. Like, you hear anything, if you're just like listening, watching, whatever, and just the shit that they say, that they do. 2021, it's literally a comment I make when I'm watching older stuff. I'm like, that would not fly today. Oh, they would not get away with that today. They wouldn't even dare put that out today.
Not at all. I'll give you an example of something I saw on the Andy Griffith show that I know for sure would come with some outrage if it were to come out today. And it's something super simple. They were talking about whipping children in that show. And I'm like, dude, man, they wouldn't even talk about that today, like whipping children. It would somehow be classified as abuse and
Oh, for sure.
like people would get like what the child protective services call on their ass if they talk about whipping children. But I'm like, damn, they don't do that no more. Like, what happens to some good old fashioned like slapping your child in the mouth when they said a bad word, or whipping them with the fucking belt? Like they did that back in the day. Like that was common. And then I'm watching that show that comes out in the 1960 in Andy Griffith, and I'm just like, they were about that life back then. That's why there's not so many fucking mass fucking shooters and shit like that back in the day, and that's why they're all, fucking shooting up shit now, because they're not getting their ass whooped when they're kids.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying that a lot of shit that was said back then was wrong. Yeah, or wasn't wrong. Like, a lot of that shit, you're like, oh my god, like, but
say it.
Like, no, it's not like, I'm not saying it's not wrong. A lot of shit said and done back then, like, I'm not okay with it, right? But to cancel shit because of it, like, no, like, you hide it or do whatever, like you're not allowing people to be human, and you're not giving them the opportunity to correct it and grow from that, like, these days, you know what I mean? Like, and then we also, like, we choose what we consume. if you don't like somebody or something, why the fuck are you watching everything they do then?
I think
So
that
you can
people,
complain and talk shit? I don't understand why you do that to yourself.
that part right there, though, the complaining and just running the mouth and all that, they want to do all that because they want some kind of gratification from other people. You know, they want to hear like some other people relate to them in some kind of way. Everybody's like just dying for some kind of attention. And if they have some kind of opinion and then they just get a little fucking taste of somebody agreeing with them, if there's somebody who has never had anybody agree with them before, which is a lot of fucking people in the world, because a lot of people are just hiding behind keyboards these days and all up on social media and not really getting out there in real life and not really being bearers of fucking confidence. When they say some shit and somebody fucking agrees with them, they're like, oh shit, they like that I had this opinion that was really fucking stupid, but I got people fucking on my side, so let me just rock with that. And I see that in some people when it comes to like politics and shit like that. Like somebody who you never seen talk about politics or anything of that matter, they fucking just get a little bit of taste of something and they're like, oh, they like it when I support this politician or something like that. And I'm getting like, let me just fucking keep on rocking with that. It's the same shit with like cancel culture or any other opinionated ass
Well,
fucking cult type shit. Like they just get the taste of the support and they're like, oh, I gotta rock with that. And it's just amplified now because you got algorithms shoving people their way and doing what they
yeah.
like.
So I want to read this comment from Royce because we did talk about Chappelle's The Closer last episode. So Royce says, if we're also talking about Chappelle, it feels like everyone conveniently glossed over the part about how he mentioned racism and oppression, and no one acknowledged that. But the other stuff, though, and he put the little hand on the thing. So that was exactly what I was saying. I think like last episode when I was like, his point like was I think missed entirely
Oh,
because
100%.
it was like his point was the intersectionality about this. It's not just like it's people who are white who are part of these other minority groups who will ride that wave until put up against somebody else in that minority group that's black or a person of color, and then all of a sudden they get to play the white card. And like that was his fucking point of the whole show, and I think that was missed entirely, like you said, Royce. And it really bothers me that he's getting canceled for this shit when I think he was being extremely, like, he was just being facetious every time he said, I'm a transphobe, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was saying what people are already fucking saying about him, like, making a joke about it. Like,
shout out to Netflix.
if I'm wrong, like, tell me. But, like,
too.
that's what I got from it. And
people take little clips, bits and pieces, and a lot of what other people are saying. They see a lot of people are saying they don't like it, they're against it. So a lot of people are just taking the clips of what they don't like and they're just rolling with that. They're not watching the whole show, because I seen that whole show in person before the fucking Netflix special even came out. And during that show, you know, a fucking comedy show at that, like, you know, we're laughing and everything, but Dave Chappelle connects every piece and segment of his special together from the fucking start to the very end. So if you're not intelligent enough to piece those together, then you really shouldn't even say shit at all, because yeah, he was saying like little funnies about gay and trans and all those things, but at the like towards the end of the show, it all comes together because he's talking about his fucking friend Daphne, who is a transgender, and how he met her while doing comedy at a club in Oakland, and how, you know, they met, their interaction and whatnot, and how she expressed to him like, you know, I'm a huge fan, but, you know, I'm really a comedian and I would really like to do comedy. And they exchange numbers and all that. He brings Daphne to a San Francisco club. She bombs. He helps her. He, you know, gives her advice and tips and everything like that. And the way he pieces it all together and talks about how Daphne later on took her life, and then and then basically like told everybody just like it's okay to be yourself and everything. Like, dude, how do you miss all those parts of the special and you only take away the parts that you're mad about? Like, just be intelligent
And that,
enough to understand the point of the special. It drives me fucking nuts, honestly.
but I mean, he was being very clear the entire time. Like,
Yeah,
he was his whole point was like racism, not fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
that
it just
too.
blows
Totally.
my mind that
That too, when he explains the
like that
situation
he
when
was
he was in
trying
the
to
club.
illustrate like the importance of intersectionality, like
Right.
it, and I mean, these are conversations like I've said many times on here. Like, I have friends with, I have conversations with a few of my friends that how like we like white feminism is fucking hilarious to me because they're not fighting for the rights of women, they're fighting for the rights of white women, which is essentially Dave Chappelle's beef with the LGBTQIA, like, not really beef, I can't really say that, community, is fight for it, but for everybody, not just y'all who are white in this community. You know what I mean? Like, it just, that was what I took from it. So, I'm not canceling him. I'm not doing it, and if that gets me in trouble wherever the fuck, I guess it does. But and that's just because I got an entirely different message from it. So
I think anybody, no matter what your orientation is, who is down to earth, they'll fuck with that special. But anybody who's too tied into social media, cancel culture, and feeling like they need some kind of love from fucking fake ass people on the internet, they're gonna say that they cancel that shit. Like, people are
yeah,
fucking followers. And
yeah,
that's
big
where
time.
psychology fucking comes in when it comes to like Instagram and shit like that. People are so used to having followers and being followers that now they
Mhm.
actually are followers in real life
Yeah.
when it comes to actual opinions and things like that. Like,
Well, it's
people,
easy to do when you get canceled for having original thoughts that aren't popular.
yeah,
Like when you're ridiculed and ostracized for having an opinion or even processing something out loud or not understanding something and questioning it and having, when those kinds of things happen, it doesn't make it safe for you to do that. So then you will just follow the mob to avoid having your whole life destroyed because you said something that somebody didn't agree with, but they had more clout on the internet. So now you're being fucking stalked and like harassed for it. Like, it's terrible.
people have a flash mob mentality. I just
Yeah.
thought about that right now. Flash mob has been huge over the last 10 years where they would do those videos and it becomes a flash mob. Everybody has flash mob mentalities now.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. I'm not a fan of it.
I'm not a
Y'all
fan of
can't
it either.
cancel me. You can try though, but it's not gonna happen.
I don't think anybody wants to cancel you. I think people will probably just hate you.
William wants to cancel me.
We shouldn't even talk about that guy. That
He's
guy.
not watching this podcast anyways. It's
I
fine.
blocked him from all my shit too because he says dumbass shit to me
He
too.
really does. He's
Yeah.
out
All
of
right. So
pocket.
everybody, you'll wonder who the fuck this is, and congratulations, pal. We're gonna fucking talk about you a little tiny fucking bit. All right. He's a real life insult and a guy who has no fucking life, and he
1000%.
doesn't show his face. He's really a nerd on the internet who thinks that he has some kind of say so and that he can say whatever the fuck he wants. And he said shit to her. He said shit to me.
He's been saying shit to me for over a year now.
And recently he's been coming at me on some dumbass shit. Like, dude, I just blocked him because like you don't deserve a fucking response from me, and I don't owe you a fucking response at all. Like, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about anybody who says dumbass shit to me and thinks they deserve some kind of response from me. Like, dude, the moment that you get out of pocket with me, either A, allow me to send you a plane ticket to come meet me in real life so I could fucking knock you out, or you knock me out, at least let me fucking fight you, or B, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't give a fuck about this internet shit. Like, I don't care about no keyboard warriors or nothing like that. Like, dude, come fight me. That's what I care about. Like, if you're not about that life, don't say nothing that you think will trigger me, because in real life, I will fight you. In real life.
Yeah. He's just been literally like, he's been the worst since day one when he was the original troll. It's still him, no matter how many times I block him from whatever handle he comes to me from. He's up my ass on Instagram. He's up my ass on YouTube. He just went to my new podcast and was trying to like talk shit there. Like now you're fucking with my cousin because she's on that podcast and she's like my little sister. And if you're saying some shit, like, bro, you're crossing the line, like, big time. And yeah, he was all over my foot Instagram, and then he's talking shit about me on your new podcast thing. I was just like,
I didn't know that was him. I didn't know that was him until he commented to me on Instagram under the same alias that he used to talk shit to you.
Oh,
then I was like, oh, it's that. Like, I should have figured already. Yeah, William, you are a like literal.
Get a life, bro. You're sitting there in your robe and your slippers that you say your homies want to smell your feet. Like, go away. You're a fucking incel troll. Dude, go away.
Don't ever talk to me again. If you listen to this, and if you're listening right now, don't ever fucking say shit to me again unless you got $10,000 for me.
Honestly, if I could find a way to like press charges for harassment from this guy, I would at this point. It's like, it's crazy. He's in another country,
and then I might listen to you again. I'll never listen. Like, see, like people got some kind of like weird, twisted idea that people will just automatically care about what they're talking about. Like, nah, man, I'm a real ass person in real life.
Is like he's trying to assassinate my character, like the way that he talks about me and on these like, and I'm just like, the fuck? Like, that's where I can't shut up. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna sit here and like create this opinion about me just because you're mad because I won't, show you my feet without making you pay for it. Like, I don't owe you free anything. I don't even owe you my time. Go the fuck away.
Hey, people have been feeling your episodes on Plenty of Feet Pod, though, by the way.
Yeah, those are the real ones, dude. Not this fucking weirdo who doesn't leave his mommy's house. He got really triggered by us talking about mama's boys. And I was like, oh, you're a mama's boy. Get the fuck out of here.
He's a mama's boy?
He's a mama's boy.
Aww. Yeah. He's a mama's boy.
That's the only explanation for how much he was
single, I would tag your mom. Your mom could be my bitch if I was single.
Ooh.
What nationality is your mom, William? I know you're listening right now. William, what does your mom look like? Does she have tatas? Does she have them tatas?
Yes, those are his stuff.
Because if she does, I will ask my wife if she can give me a pass so I can suck your mama's tatas.
You're stupid. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Your mom's got tatas, don't she? Oh my god. You don't want to fuck with me, man. You think you're a troll? Bro, I'm worse. Why do you think this episode has a troll in the background of the thumbnail? Because
yes.
We're better trolls than you.
Thank you, Royce. Check it out. Royce came through with the super chat.
Oh, did he? I can't see nothing right now. Hold on,
you
let me
can't?
see. Oh, Royce, my fucking guy with the super.
Hey.
I was gonna play some
Love
music.
you, Royce.
All right, Stella.
Song is still fire.
Oh, that instrumental will never get played out to me.
Never.
As a slash. So tell me why less men are attending college and why this is also bad for
Dude,
women.
we talked about this, but then we didn't talk about it because I can't find the article anymore. I wanted to actually hit you guys with real facts, but that did not happen. And
Oh,
so I'm
that
really upset about it.
it's all good. Well, I could say this like without having any kind of facts or articles that I think college at one time was really fucking popping and really good. but
Well,
now but now I don't know, man, so much, man. I don't know if
I
college is really a
so I
thing
used to
anymore.
work with, teenagers, and I don't think being a teenager who I was a high school dropout. I did not think anything in school was gonna do me anything for life, right? I was very anti.
Okay.
Thank you, Courtney, for the super chat. We got another one from Courtney.
I'm playing bombs and music every time you guys drop a super chat.
So I recognizing that college isn't for everybody, or not everybody wants to go to college. I do talk about with teenagers maybe other possibilities like trade schools and things that they could do where they can go into like entrepreneurship or
Right.
whatever, or even just attending college for like the first 2 years for gen ed, because you meet people and you discover things in that time that like opens your mind, like, oh, I didn't even know this was a thing, maybe I'd like to explore that,
The real life social world, not media.
but it's so expensive.
Right.
And I think less men are doing it, maybe because they can make more money with their hands, like doing other shit like trades and stuff.
No, it's 100% true. Unless you're trying to be a doctor, lawyer, or some
Right.
kind of surgeon of some kind.
Like nobody, like I would have gone to school to get my master's if it wasn't going to cost me another 40 grand. And for what, an extra dollar or two an hour? It's just not worth it. I just feel like
Right.
it's becoming less and less worth it to go to college. Like, I got my piece of paper. Am I making more money? No, you still got to start at the bottom wherever you fucking go, regardless. So,
The college industry is in fucking shambles because once all these parents who went to college are fucking dead, all these kids, they're not going to give a fuck about college. Like, real talk. Like, a lot of kids only go to college because they feel like their family expects it from them. Really, honestly. I know this from personal experience. My fucking family on a certain side, I won't say it, they expected that from everybody. I was like one of the only ones who didn't really do college, and I
yeah.
always felt like the fucking black sheep. You know what I'm saying? But like when I think about it, I'm like, man, like college really isn't for everybody. And I feel like from like a social and family standpoint, a lot of people felt like they had to go to college to be accepted from their family and things like that. Now, you know, I
Or
learned
to
that
be on their
that's
parents' insurance and other things like that.
yeah, that too. See, that's another way that they get kids to sign up for college and things like that. But in actuality, college is fucking phasing out, honestly, because a lot of this generation, these kids of the new day and age, they're gonna be doing this shit right, what we're doing right here, right now.
YouTube, TikTok.
There's going to be cliques and huge mass communities who only want to do that kind of shit and live that kind of life, and everything's going to revolve around that. It's not going to be about college. That's why they're doing things to get kids into college now. Like, I just seen something not too long ago that had something to do with allowing kids to come to college for less of the cost and things of that sort. Like, I really think college is going to phase out. Give it another 30 years, ain't nobody going to college. People may not even go to school no more. You don't even learn shit that matters in a real life in school.
Yeah. Well, I think so that's the other piece, is like, it is a privilege. Education is a privilege, and it's not afforded to everybody in the world, especially women. Like, there's a lot of countries that don't allow women to get an education. A lot of countries that, knowledge is power. If you could read, then you could, you're a danger. And I think that we need to make sure that we're not discouraging people from getting basic knowledge and learning how to learn and inquire and wonder and to learn how to access resources and things like that. Like that's really important aspect of education, right? Is critical thinking, and a bigger world view. Like this is the shit that you get from college that you don't get from high school or elementary school or just going and living your life in a trade. Like these are really important things that I think everybody should have access to, which is why I think college should be free, but they won't let that happen because the more we know, the more of a threat we are to them, right? But
Right.
you look at these other countries that allow have free college and things like that, and it's like these countries are doing so much better than it's funny that the United States thinks that they're so superior when we're literally not leading in anything. Like I'm almost convinced we have the dumbest of fucks that live here. You know what I mean? Like Florida, Midwest, fucking just kids on their cell phones all day watching YouTube, content creators do dumb shit, watching other people play video games. Like we're literally getting dumber. It's not we're not
I,
like sure we can figure out how to, generate revenue and all these little things, but it's like these other things are important too. Like the world's still gonna need doctors and teachers and scientists and fucking, you know what I mean? And yes, student loans. This is why the shit's not free, because they make a lot of money. Look, I thankfully for the majority of my college career, I had a scholarship. I had a full ride. But my first year in Oregon, I had student loans. So it was like $5,000 a term because that's how much it would pay for my tuition and give me money for books. And then it helped me. The rest of the money I'd use for rent and bills, right? And transportation. And so that first year was $15,000, right? So when I graduate and I start paying this, my minimum payment was $181 a month. That was my minimum payment that I had to make once I graduated. I paid $200 because that's all I could fucking afford. I'm a single parent, but you're never gonna pay your student loans off if you pay the minimum payment every month. I went from owing $15,000 to owing over $16,000 in 1 year making payments. That's how fucking crazy that shit is. It's crazy that your balance gets higher when you're making payments. That's how gnarly interest is. That's why that shit's not free, dude. They make a lot of fucking money off people, and that should be a crime. You shouldn't be allowed to charge that much interest. It's fucking bullshit.
I met a doctor one time, and this dude was drunk as fuck. It was while I was driving Uber, and everybody thinks Uber drivers are their fucking psychiatrists.
Yeah.
Dude was talking to me as his psychiatrist. He's a doctor. This
Hundreds of
motherfucker was
thousands of
really a
dollars.
fucking doctor, really a fucking doctor, and he was fucking crying in my back seat, and he was telling me how he's $200,000 in debt from getting his doctorate degree, becoming a doctor, and how he makes great money but can't fucking pay down his student loan debts from becoming a doctor.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's
It's
fucking wild
bad.
to me.
I'm in
That
the same
is
position.
wild to
I was
me.
paying $200 a month and my shit went over $1,000 higher. I owe $1,000 more paying my shit. It blows my mind. I don't know how the fuck that happens.
Where do they do that at? In America, in the United States, the
This is
land of
America.
the free, home of the brave.
Yeah,
and where all
land of the
dreams come true.
free. Where? I think it's funny when people say that shit. Where are we free? You don't even really choose what you eat, you guys. That's how not free you are. The stuff you buy at the grocery store, it's strategically placed for you to
Rabbit
purchase
holes.
it. Yeah,
Y'all don't
like
want to go down the rabbit holes.
you're not
Y'all
free.
don't want to do it. Y'all
You
don't
think
want to
so?
do it.
Go drive on the wrong side of the road. Let's see how that works out for you. You patriots.
Y'all don't want to do it. I don't want to go down
We're
the
not gonna
rabbit
kill
holes.
Jimmy's vibe. He's drinking, and
No, I'm
then maybe,
chilling.
but maybe drinking
There's
will
no
make
way.
you go like full Mad Hatter. So we'll chill.
I mean,
Let's-
it's not even about like Mad Hatter or anything like that. Like I'm saying rabbit hole right now because I'm like I'm down to go down these rabbit holes. You know, like I don't give a fuck.
I
Like
would love to,
honestly,
but
like I'm in one of those moods right now where I'm just like I'm in a no bullshit kind of mood right now. I don't know if you could tell this right now, Stella, but like you know how usually like I'm fucking super playful, like not taking anything serious. I'm just like not giving a fuck. Like tonight, I got fucking time, cuz.
well,
talk
you
shit.
have time, but I don't.
Oh, you don't got time tonight?
I don't got time tonight.
I got time, cuz.
I don't. My daughter has
You
a
disrespecting
volleyball
my
tournament
Okay.
all day tomorrow, and it's an hour away, so that's not going to be fun for me. And she's going to be there an hour early. We got to be there by 7, so that sucks for me.
Hey man, the fucking single mom chronicles.
I am the single mom chronicles. It's funny that you said that. I actually started writing
What? Oh,
Chronicles of a Single Mother.
tell me about it.
Well, it came to me and I started writing, and I don't know where it's going, and I don't know how where it's gonna land, but I started writing
What are you writing about?
Chronicles of a Single Mother. I'm telling the story.
Did I just say the name of the book?
You literally did. I got a lot of things. I'm just like like I told you, I'm like in this like weird growth phase, and I have a lot of things coming up. Side, I think is how your name is. Yes, I am going to be on Fart Talk on Sunday. Check that out.
I love Far Talk Radio. So fun.
Yeah, it was very
I don't
fun.
know why I keep calling it Far Talk Radio, but it's not radio at all.
No.
Lexus had to like
I
correct me.
co-hosted with her, and so that'll be out on Sunday, which is very exciting. Yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of things, guys. Stay tuned.
I want to know
This
about
girl
this
is on
fucking book.
fire. Well, I mean, I just started, so it's gonna take a while. I'll let
I'm
you
really
know.
excited. I'm really excited for the book, the Single Mom Chronicles. That
I've been wanting to write a book for a really long time. I actually started writing a couple of years ago, this other thing for more geared towards adolescent females. Yeah.
I just joined a book club, so I'm excited.
I used to be in a book club. I love it.
Really?
I told you. I told you last year. We should totally start a Side for Chronicles book club.
True.
Like we should all like, read a book together. I think that would be fun.
So I'm a part of the Las Vegas Book Club, and I'm really juiced to be a part of it because it's all people who are looking for growth and ways to just level themselves up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And those are the kind of people I like to be involved with.
That's who you have
and
to.
So the plan is they're gonna do, a meetup each month, and if you can't make it to the meetup, you can join the meetup virtually,
Like
and
Zoom or something.
yeah,
That's cool.
totally. And here's the message from the actual book club. It says, "Welcome. Each month, a new book. Carefully selected books, each packed with life advice." Those are the kind of books people should be reading. Books with life advice, right?
I mean, I enjoy a good fiction once, and I love fiction books, but I am on a self-help book kick. My current read right now is Atomic Habits. If you
Okay.
guys haven't read it, I encourage you to join me in reading it, and I would love to discuss it with you guys. And if you have read it, don't spoil it.
Atomic Habits. Oh, so, okay, so
Atomic
that's
Habits.
one because I haven't heard of Atomic Habits yet, but I will
Yeah,
check it out. And if it's on Audible,
it
that would
is on
be
Audible.
because I got like all kinds of credits, and I'm like,
I
I
have
need to
like,
use some
yeah,
credits.
that's why I bought like 11 books on Audible not too long ago because I had mad credits. So
Absolutely. So yeah, man. So I'm really excited about the Las Vegas book club, and
I'm excited for you.
think everybody should be a part of book clubs because leveling up is where it's at. Everybody should
Definitely.
try to level up.
I think that's a good place to, on that note, send us
Yeah.
off.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Smash that like button on YouTube. If you are on Apple, make sure you leave a review and
Don't be whack
do 5 stars because you're fucking dope, and I know you are.
because you're not William.
Everybody, we fucking love you. Oh, shit. All right, y'all. Peace out.